Okay, well, this is an absolute miracle. Happy April the 4th of 2024, everybody. It's Lasha. I've not been on for a while. I've not been feeling well, but I'm feeling a little better. And the last live that I did was on Lasha Rajenko. I want to talk about this mental health toolkit today. I even bought Taylor Swift's at-home crafting guide because I thought, you know what? She's America's sweetheart. I'm Canadian, but I've got to catch up with what's going on these days with the pulp culture. Or was I thinking about the pulp fiction? How did Kate Blanchett get on the front of Time? Woman of the Year. How do they pick a Woman of the Year? Artificial intelligence. But I'm here today to read The Exorcism of Annalese Micheal because that phone of mine still isn't working. And do you think that I can get through to anybody? No. So just a second. Bear with me. I'm diving right in, no babble. Where's that book? I was so mad. I did such a good job reading it. I was so proud of myself. And then, it was gone. And it's still downloaded on my phone. Oh, where's my book? Oh, for heaven's sakes, Lasha. Okay, well, this is just a little short to say, you know what? I'm back. And the book is here. Ah! Okay. So for PJs and April and Judith, I remember all your feedback. You would say, my dear sweetheart, I am trying to listen to what you say, but the sound is pingy. I can't keep track of what you're saying. And you were right. So I left off with the letter that Annalese wrote. And yeah, that was on 62. So I read the letter that Annalese wrote. Remember, I said, until then, Annalese. And that was 2 weeks ago, maybe a week ago. Okay, so I read 64, 65, 66, 67, because I'm really working on changing my brain. You know why? I am telling you, and I can't stop saying it. Can you please go to change.org and type in my name? It's just Lasha Rajenko. And if you want your free tarot card read, you really should get in touch with me because, yeah. Okay. What was I going to write down? I can't remember. I'm just going to read this. Okay, and this is for PJs, April, and Judith. Until then, Annalese. In the meantime, Tai Hein had also done some talking. The child is being hounded by demons. She would point out to Anna, you know what I'm talking about. I have seen possessed people before. If you are involved with religious matters as much as I am, you know these things. Are you still seeing those Fratzen? And that means scary faces, like demon faces, Fratzen in German. Anna allowed that she did. You see, didn't I tell you the church ought to be doing something about that? There are special prayers, There is exorcism. I can't understand why the priests don't push the matter with this is the word I got messed up on the prior upload. Essential authorities. On September 6th, as Father Alt wrote to his bishop, Thine, I think it's Thine Hein, Thea Hein, called him. He had met her briefly before and had been told that she bragged about having discovered annalese. Oh, that he bragged. No, that she bragged. Okay, I'm confused. Tan Hein called him. That's a woman, but I forget who she is. But you know what? Since I started reading this book, okay, Cheer Denise has read 10 books so far. She's really good. But I'm trying. And you know, I had go to change.org, look up my name, and you'll understand why I'm talking about mental health and doctors and oaths. And you have to read what happened to me, which is now not about me. Just like this is not just about Annalise Micheal. This book really made me question if there's a God, there's a hell. And this woman went through hell. She was very excited and told me that something should be done. A few things had happened again. In our celestial authority, they would not listen. Maybe we would go to another one. I told her that we had done everything that was necessary and meaningful under the circumstances. After all, I told her I could not report a problem that had improved considerably and had temporarily even vanished completely. Annalise must have felt very low at that time, for the next day, September the 17th, she also called Father Alt and asked him for the appointment. He was left with a vivid picture of what happened in a letter dated September 30th, 1974 to Bishop Stungel. Okay, she came with her father and was in bad condition. She was depressed, her glance unsteady, restless from the inside, as it were, with poor muscle control. I asked her father to let me talk privately to her and then gave her the solemn priestly blessing. A heavy load lifted off her. I prayed with her. She felt better. The strongly dilated pupils of her eyes contracted. Do you know, have you ever seen anybody that's done, have you ever seen anybody that has done, have you ever seen anybody that has been on different substances that can make your pupils dilate? That's usually when people are under the influence, dilated eyes. Or if somebody is having remember Carol Burnett? Okay. This is what I wanted to say is, I don't remember. She was very excited. Okay, eyes dilated, drugs, tiny pinhole eyeballs, or, overdose. So if her eyes went black, that can also be somebody in a rage. Have you ever been in a rage before and you can't control yourself? Well, that's what it seems like she was experiencing, in my opinion. But I'm trying not to give a lot of my opinion on this book, because a lot of people do give their opinions on books, but I think books should be up to interpretation. That's just my belief. Okay, so she came with her father. She was in bad condition. She was obviously depressed. She had strongly dilated pupils in her eyes, and they were contracting during the conversation, which lasted 20 minutes. I kept repeating the solemn priestly blessing and the prayer. Each time I did that, she felt progressively better. Finally, she said everything was all right again. Afterwards, her father observed with certainty that his daughter had changed radically. Okay, it says, in concluding the letter, Father Alt then proposed that Annalise did indeed suffer from circumcision, a circumcision, a condition fostered by her sensitivity and her delicate physical condition. It could not be blamed on any moral falling on her part. The bishop, therefore, should give permission for the solemn exorcism to be spoken over her at the time of the crisis. That is, when she is specially molested. Now, the word molested here is talking about being demonetized. This book was written it was written in 1999. No, that's not right. And it was written before 2005 because Dr. Goodman passed away in 2005, and I'm missing half of this book. But at any rate, Ursula, now that's Annalise's friend, noticed the estrangement. So everything went along for a while, fine. She started to go back to school, but she would segregate herself from people. So she was slowly starting to withdraw and completely without dignity. So they attended Mass, and Annalise frequented often. And she brought up San Damiano again. She even brought them some water from there, which, according to what Tai Han said, protected people against the forces of evil. They also exchanged exchanged religious literature. Annalise wrote a letter to Father Alt about one of these publications in the spring of 1775. Now, today I have to go to Apple because my new phone froze on Good Friday when an ex-boyfriend came to my house. This is no word of a lie. No word of a lie. I had the worst Easter I have ever had in my life. Never want to repeat it again. I broke my finger, but you know what? I think it's okay because I can go back to work now and wash dishes. That's what I do. Haven't sang or danced in a long time. However, I'm on it. And what I wanted to say about this the brain teasers. The reason don't go yet, I'm not done. Why am I talking mental health and exorcisms and dancing when I'm in pain 24 hours a day? Because I want to live. And also, I am not giving up. This was done to me. Pardon the socks. Sorry. 6 years ago, it's on change.org. I don't know if you can tell, but it is a painful. I broke my femur, and the surgeon, I swear to God, I'm going to Ottawa and I'm going to say, surgeons who don't keep their oath, I'll think of something. I am, because he broke my femur. Well, I broke the femur walking two dogs. He broke my knee in a femur operation, and I was in a wheelchair for a year and had 4 surgeries to correct what Michael Corcola did at the Royal Victoria Hospital. Yeah, there's more to that story, but you really should read it. If you care about your tax dollars in Ontario, go read it. And don't donate money. I'm not affiliated with the charity. That's why I'm trying to do this. But I haven't found my stride. I haven't. But I just wanted to say hello to a few people that I haven't heard from in a while. And I do, the only way that I honestly get to know who subscribes, you all know. But like Sarah and Pajamas and Venom and Trevor and Elizabeth, oh, and Sarah S. and the Australian cookbook. Oh, her name is Micheal, and she has a Australian cooking ideas. And I subscribe to her channel. And Judith, I hope that I kept on track a little better. Lynn and Quaker and James and oh my gosh, there's so many people. Moon Dancer, where the hell you been? Hi, Trevor, because I know you'll watch this, Trevor. And Miss Sarah from Australia, where are you? I still have to do some more Name That Tune, but the mental health. The reason this is so important is because I've been struggling. Best sex ever? Well, because seeing red, that's what I was talking about rage. Well, I am going to be back later today. I'm working at 6. You know that I wash dishes. So then, what time is it now? Time for me to take a shower, figure out exactly the layering in which I want to conduct during the next live that I do. It was a little tidbit of the exorcism of Annalese, Micheal, and the really good reading. I'm waiting to, I was going to say explode. I'm waiting for my phone to get fixed. I have to get to an Apple store. It's very complicated. I don't drive, so, well, I never, you know why? I didn't know if I was going to walk again, but I can. So you have a great day, everybody. And I always say, keep care of yourselves. I'll do the same. And I will be back tonight. I noticed one of the things about people on YouTube, you can tell who really is going to keep their word and who isn't. And I do not want to be one of those people that doesn't keep my word. Lemon, I'm sorry I couldn't help. Things have been nuts in my neck of the corner this last week. It's been crazy. So anyways, thank you, everybody. Keep care. I'll do the same. I'll see you tonight. Bye-bye. No, I do want to end it. Oh, sorry. I do want to end it because like I've been on here for 20 minutes. That's enough. Don't you think?